Have you ever had a week that started out really good and then pretty quickly turned to shirt? Yeah, me too. Stick around. Hey everybody, thank you for joining me once again. I am your host, Jon Jay, here at the Keto Quarantine channel, and today we're going to have a bit of a mixed bag. Started out the week really good and then got some bad news, so I'm going to just go into it. This is another kind of strange video, but I think that it's best that I stay transparent and honest with you guys. This week's video started as a project detailing some of the hormonal effects that go on in our bodies as we eat and as we fast, and how those can affect us in different ways, and had some filming already done, but my camera decided to eat that footage. Thank you, Sony. But ultimately, I think that's a blessing in disguise, because as I'm working on this project, which will have to wait until a later date, I still have this sort of sense of disquiet. Let me go into it. Let's talk about how the week began and how it has proceeded. Before we get into it though, I'd like to ask you if you'd like to support this channel, please make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe with the bell, and a special mega thanks goes out to my very first patron over at KetoQuarantine.show. Thanks, Gallagher. Your watermelon routine is amazing. So, this last week, if you recall, before this last week, I had taken a few days off for the Thanksgiving holiday and put on 3 pounds. Well, as I had mentioned in the video, the idea was to see what would happen if I went off for 3 days and then went back into OMAD, that's 1 meal a day, hardcore, along with some pretty strict exercise and water requirements. Sort of rules and guidelines that I set for myself to try to set myself up for success. Well, I'm happy to report that this week after the cheat during Thanksgiving was a smashing success. This week, y'all, after eating 1 meal a day, making sure I walk at least 3 or 4 times around the block on average per day, keeping up on my water, taking in nothing but water until my evening meal, aside from the occasional Diet Mountain Dew just to keep the voices away. Shh. I'm filming. That's funny. I succeeded in losing 4.9 pounds in this week. That's like a starting week weight loss. So I think that as I go into this hormonal research stuff, that I really have tapped into something that's going to be super effective for me, not on a very regular basis, but every once in a while, maybe a few times a year, I will go ahead and try this again to see if I can replicate the results. I don't want to give myself license to pig out and then go back on keto. I think that's irresponsible and sets up a unhealthy precedent and sort of reinforces the whole foodie brain thing, but this time around, I kicked butt. So buoyed by those spirits, having lost almost 5 pounds in a week after having a few cheat days, my week was going great. After doing some blood work, I went and saw my doctor, and we wanted to check in on how my system is doing, obviously to check my A1C as a diabetic, and to see what my fasting blood sugar was when I tested about 10 a.m. in the morning. Also to check on my cholesterol, on my liver function, general blood panel things, just to see how I'm doing after doing keto for about 10 weeks already. That's where things sort of took a turn. My doctor informed me that my A1C has jumped up to 10.6. In case you're not aware, that's awful. Furthermore, my fasting blood sugar was at 319. That's almost enough to get hospitalized. So I was left thinking, what the hell? I've been so damn good. I mean, legitimately, guys, I'm not messing with you or lying to you. I haven't cheated. I have been strict. I have been doing this keto thing, like I said, for more than 2 months. I've been faithful. I have been, with the exception of Thanksgiving, quite limited in what I allow myself to put into my body, and weight loss notwithstanding, which is fantastic, we're almost at 30 pounds, my system is still sick. My body is still unhealthy, and both my doctor and I are concerned, not gonna lie. So how do I fix it? Well, the discouragement kept piling on as my doctor ordered me to stop doing OMAD. He told me that eating 1 meal a day is causing my body to retain carbohydrates and is not healthy and is contributing to my elevated blood sugar levels, thus my elevated A1C. That sucks. He also ordered me to double my current dose of metformin every day. I was at half a gram, now I'll be taking 1 gram, which means probably more upset tummy, bad poops, and general malaise, but we'll see how I respond to the higher dose. Another thing that he ordered for me to take. Here, let me get it. Here we go. This is what my doctor put me on, or at least wants me to go on. It's called Trulicity. This category of drug is what's called, I guess, an incretin. It is, I guess, a simulated drug that supposedly helps with blood sugar and helping the kidneys and other things like that. So I thought, cool, okay, it's a once-a-week injection. At least I'm not doing insulin every day anymore. Let's give it a shot. So I brought it home after I got it from the pharmacy, and boy howdy, this scares me. Now, I'm not a doctor. I am not a medical professional. I am just a layman. I know enough to be dangerous, but let me tell you something. This stuff might be dangerous, allegedly. You see, several other types of medicine in the incretin family have had many lawsuits. Do you know what for? Pancreatic cancer. Yeah. Furthermore, this little gem, allegedly, this one doesn't just give you pancreatic cancer, it can also give you thyroid cancer. That sounds great. A double whammy. The estates of several people who have already died of these cancers have lawsuits going. Not necessarily against Trulicity. I want to make sure that, who's this, Eli Lilly doesn't sue me for misinformation or defamation or whatever. But this stuff came out after courts in the Ninth Circuit decided to reinstate the lawsuits that have been previously filed against other medicines of its type for pancreatic cancer. And again, allegedly, studies show that this can give you pancreatic cancer as well as thyroid cancer. So, yeah, that. I'm not gonna get cancer so that I can hopefully help my diabetes. So you see the position I'm in right now. These concerns with my A1C and my fasting glucose level are serious. They're real. I am concerned. My doctor is rightfully concerned. And though I am rapidly losing weight and enjoying this keto lifestyle, feeling really good, enjoying having more energy and more active lifestyle, I'm still not getting better inside. So I'm at a crossroads. Success on one hand, the good. Continued failure on the other, the bad. I'll be honest, guys, I don't really know what to do. I'm really at a loss. So I think I'm gonna have to talk to my doctor and tell him about my concerns with this medicine. And don't get me wrong, he's a fantastic doctor. He's a good man. He's a great doctor. I trust him. And he's a busy man too. He may not be aware of all the stuff that's been coming forward with these medicines. He may not be aware that there's these risks. That's why I advocate for everyone to do their homework, or at least have an advocate who can do homework for them when it comes to new medicines, new treatments, new therapies, what have you. So right now I got to talk to him and tell him I'm not comfortable with this. Maybe I can just try the double metformin dose until I get labs and another doctor's appointment in a month. Maybe I can try that. If you have any suggestions, I'm open. Let me know if there's something I'm missing as far as blood sugar treatments go. I'm already taking anti-inflammatory stuff. I'm taking as many supplements as are feasible in order to support that, to help with my insulin sensitivity issues. But ultimately, I got to get the inside figured out while I'm working on the outside. So that's been my week in a nutshell. I really need to figure out what I'm supposed to do here. I'm a little discouraged. I'm a little concerned. I'm happy with the weight loss. But if that comes at the expense of still not being healthy inside, well then, something's still missing. Some variables still need to be tweaked. So, hey, if you're the praying type, much appreciate your prayers. If you're the send positive energy and uplifting thoughts type, Namaste Chakra. Well, yeah, I guess do that. Either way, thank you for your ongoing support. Thank you for gifting me with your time as you watch these videos. We've got one more left this year. I'm going to be taking a couple weeks off to do a little work around here. I'm going to change things up a tiny bit. and I'd need the time to concentrate on that. But for now, again, thank you for watching. Take care. Oh, my chakras, man.